Yoshiko. Do not randomly change my name. That pisses me off. What? Who would do such a thing?
Welcome back to Pajama Jammy Tuesday.
It's Pajama Jammy Tuesday.
We're both in our pajamas now.
Yeah.
Those aren't pajama pants.
They're soft pants that I wear for bed.
They're shorts.
So they're pajama jammies.
I guess it counts. I have actual pajama pants on though.
Goo.
Ugh. The party invite did not say anything about shorts. God damn it. This is Grisaia.
It is?
Yeah, and we have to assassinate Makina.
Oh, man.
So
we already did that.
Game over. Yeah, not destroy her vajayjay.
Oh.
Like actually murder her.
I don't want to do that.
Well, too fucking bad. It's your job. There are you got other girls. You can't get another job in this economy.
Right? What am I going to be, a janitor?
Ugh, God, gross.
Yeah. So, here we go, I guess.
Yeah, you got the stuff from the motorcycle delivery man.
Yeah. Why go out of your way to use an employee to deliver them? Jeez. Who am I talking to? I guess the simplest explanation would be they didn't want to hand over too much intelligence on the spot in case I decided to refuse my orders.
Yeah, that's why they had him follow you.
Well, no point speculating it until I've at least taken a look at the contents. Your mom gay?
There's another dog turd in here.
Why did this keep happening?
I don't understand this joke.
The thick sheaf of A4 paper, that emerges from the envelope is covered...
America's the only fucking country that doesn't use it.
Dense arrays of tiny characters, as if deliberately designed to crush the reader's willpower before they've even begun. There's only one person I know who goes around making reports this maliciously dense. JB.
You bitch!
The bundle of paper is as thick as one of those weekly manga tomes. It's a book. As I begin a preliminary flip-through, skimming past lengthy sentences embodying JB's overseas German personality, see if I've bolding phrases quickly catch my eye. The prosperity of the Irisu clan, light and shadow. Irisu Makina, birth to present day. So take the photographs and still slideshow.
Yeah.
Extra departmental order number 11847 detailed plan.
Ends with a side-by-side of your baby pictures together.
Well, shit. Okay, no wonder she couldn't hand it over directly. This looks like a grab bag of highly restricted material. Even the people directly involved in organizing the job probably don't have access to such a comprehensive rundown of the facts. Yumiko might.
Are we about to watch the flashbacks, since they all get flashbacks that go on for 4 episodes?
Yeah. Some of the documents in this thing are clearly marked. Removal and copying strictly prohibited. As a whole, this is dangerously outside the range of what Jib's permitted to spread around on her personal initiative. What the hell is that woman thinking? However, it's clear that the majority of the information I need is hiding in this bundle of paper. To be honest, it's about the best gift I could have hoped for right now, other than a PS5. Why show me all this? Just what do you expect me to do, Jib? Putting that aside, it seems like I'll take 2 or 3 days just to read it all. Well, whatever, I'm a chronic insomniac anyway, so it shouldn't be hard to find the time. If nothing else, a decent sleep aid's always appreciated. I take out some oolong tea from the fridge and drink deeply and loudly straight from the bottle. Yeah. For the first time since leaving Jib's office, I feel halfway human again. With a deep sigh, I drop myself down onto the floor, then focus my attention on the first document of many. Well, that didn't take very long. There's a lot of pictures. I guess Jib was
really convenient that half of it was a pop-up book.
I guess Jib was trying to paint as detailed a picture as possible. There's a fair amount of information that looks irrelevant at first glance, to the point where documents seem almost overly long. But as I continue reading, I often find myself realizing that she's carefully foreshadowed critical events, providing background, naturally, bit by bit, instead of dumping it on the reader all at once. It's actually a pretty ingenious structure and surprisingly readable considering the dense material. It's me, I'm the dense material. Before I know it, I've spent several hours with my eyes glued to the pages, poring over the documents one after another. When a knock comes at my door, surprised to find it's already past 7 o'clock.
Oh my god, it's sex time. Hey, it's past 7 o'clock, it's sex time.
Papa, dinner's already, you know. Harmony says to come to her room. Yeah, I'll be right there.
It's a little weird that we had sex and now you won't spend any time with me.
Yeah. Quickly gathering up the stack of paper I've been leafing through, I stash it away deep inside my rucksack. Yeah, you don't think she would be, like, clingy at all?
Right?
No, Papa, so guess what? Today we were having sweet and sour pork, you know.
That sounds really good, actually.
But since you hate meat and all, we ditched those pigs and went with some nicely chewed deep-fried potatoes. We boiled them and mashed them and put them in a stew. It was really friggin' good. What's wrong? Are you not a sweet and sour pork fan?
You just said I'm not.
There's no pineapple in there, you know.
Well, now that I don't want it.
That's not it. It's just... well, nothing big.
I told you, they'll grow.
See, I'm small. No. I'm drinking my chalky milk. It's not as though there's really any need to hide the truth, but seeing the main character of a non-fictional novel I've been reading appear before my eyes inspires a strong wave of guilt. Trying to disguise those feelings, I drop a hand on Makina's head with a firm thump.
Makina, my friend.
And it kills her. Whoa! What's up? Your head's a little damp, kid. Did you just get out of the bath or something?
I peed again.
On my head. Yeah, there's a TV show I want to watch later, so I went in early today. Alright, today's Professor Dave Day.
Oh, please don't make me do this again.
You betcha! Today, Dave's getting bitten by a snake, you know. You'll watch it with me, Papa, please? Sure, but let's eat first. My head feels unpleasantly heavy, probably because I've been reading Jib's documents all this time. And because I'm supposed to kill the person in front of me.
Yeah, that I'm supposedly in love with.
Not to say that I'm physically tired or unwell, it's pure psychological weight. Learning the details of this girl's past was a harsher burden than I had expected. Okay, dokay. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your sweet and sour pork. Hold the pork, plus the pineapples.
It's just sweet and sour. Not even sauce, just the ideas of sweet and sour.
They're there.
Just think about it.
It looks pretty tasty. I know, right? I put all my skills into these, you know. Go on, dig in.
Hey there, don't start smirking like you made this all by yourself. You just helped out a little here and there, remember?
I put the essence of the sweet and sour on it. but I'm
Kind of like a skunk. I just bent over and...
I'm the one who made the chewy fried potato dumplings, you know.
Sure, you needed the potatoes around and all, but if anything, didn't you spend more time hovering around and popping them in your mouth every time I actually fried one?
Yeah, that was awesome.
My mouth burns.
I seem to remember making 12 pieces, but for some reason there's only 8 left. Wonder how that happened.
Yeah, but they were really friggin' tasty.
I've been on a pickle kick lately.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I've been just like eating pickles out of the jar, and now I've got like fried pickles that I can throw in like an air fryer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Pickles
psyched.
make me hurl.
Oh my god. I don't hate pickles, but the only time I eat them is if they happen to be on a burger or something.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like the last week, I just want pickles so badly.
Well, that's hardly a big deal, right?
There you go again, spoiling the girl rotten.
Guess you're right. Someone's jamming out there.
I can hear it.
Sounds like bluegrass. Omine didn't really need to point that out. I'm perfectly aware that I'm being a little more soft on Makina right now, since she's gotta die and all.
Right.
Sachi wasn't wrong the other day. This girl really does have a past that can change the way you see her.
I thought you already knew most. I guess there was more details than he even knew.
Yeah. Once you know the facts, it's impossible not to look at her with sympathy in your eyes. And knowing that your pity will only make the girl feel even more miserable, you end up trying not to look at all. Makina probably kept the details of her past to herself precisely because she didn't want to deal with that sort of awkwardness in her relationships here.
Now there's motorcycle gangs out there?
Oh no, what kind of cars are they driving? Oh yeah, there was an old they have car shows at the lot across some Saturdays in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously those must have started.
Yeah.
Just looking into the face of a friend who's learned the truth would be painful. However, it's now absolutely necessary that I understand Makina's past down to the smallest details. And in turn, she needs to know what I've learned. That's just basic courtesy. That said, how exactly am I supposed to bring something like that up? So, I gotta kill you. But soon enough, the girl's straightforward personality solves that problem for me.
So are you gonna kill me, or...?
Hey, Papa. What were you reading all afternoon, anyway? Documents about your past.
Good one.
Ooh, my past. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I guess I don't mind. Not if it's you, Papa. I mean, heck, I would have just told you if you asked.
I just noticed there's a Tamagotchi on the table in front of me.
Yeah.
Not a joke, there's actually a Tamagotchi right here.
It's been dead for a long time.
No! It made it to 3 years.
Nice.
3 year.
It's been dead for a little while.
Yeah.
She's waiting. She was waiting till she's off school so she can actually like have time to take care of it
instead of trying to hide it in her desk.
Yeah. All right, I'll check with you if there's something I don't understand in there.
What's this word? The.
Oh, right.
Teehee.
Yeah. Hey. Can I ask you one question? What is it? Yeah. Is that why you've been weirdly nice to me lately? No, I think that's just a result of me sleeping with you. What? And always treat women weirdly nice after they've made love for the first time.
That's not true.
Usually before.
Yeah, they usually do that to get to that point.
And then if they do it after, then
they're wanting more.
No kidding.
Or
no
then
kidding.
they're a keeper, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood. Seriously? Yeah, so hey, if I let you sleep with me again, will you get even nicer?
Probably not.
That's how it works. I think not. If I spoil you any more than this, you'll go completely rotten in no time.
I don't know. It might actually work, because...
But I actually want to experience pleasure this time.
the amount of my frustrations and anger and things like that is directly opposite to the amount of semen in me.
Like, I didn't enjoy any of that. I bled and pissed everywhere.
I mean, she definitely did at the end,
well,
based on the amount we had to click through.
Lame sauce, man. Yourself, kid. Anyway, wasn't there something you wanted to watch on television?
Please no.
No, indeed. I gotta watch my Dave.
Gotta have my pops.
Okay then, Papa. Let me use your lap as a pillow. What, you want to watch lying down? Surely you're willing to spoil me that much, right?
She's gonna blow you.
Proper posture is important when you're watching television, and you're just gonna fall asleep if you lie down, aren't you? Come, let's not sweat the small stuff, okay? Yeah, here we go. Gah. In camping on the sofa next to me with the confident pushiness of a girl disinclined to take no for an answer, Makina drops her head casually onto my lap and then flips on the TV with a remote in her hand. I do feel like I might be getting a little too soft on the girl at this point, but I can't really bring myself to object too strongly. Probably more evidence of the effect reading those documents had on me. Or the fact that I'm apparently like her.
Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Professor Dave's Amazing Animals. Hey there, kids. Everybody doing well? Your weekly dose of amazing animals is coming right up.
Yay!
As promised, today's show's a special on the slithery snake.
Dave, clad in his usual rough attire, makes his way down to a richly verdant rural road with a giant smile on his face.
Have you all heard of the 100-pacer snake?
No!
One bite from that guy, and they'll say you're dead within 100 steps. A very fearsome snake.
Great, so then just get bit by it and then put yourself in a wheelchair.
Right.
But today, I'm here in Vietnam, home to a reptile known locally as the two-step snake. It's got some sweet dance moves.
So to start dancing?
Yeah.
As you might guess from the name, its potent venom supposedly kills within just 2 strides. It's like that last scene in Kill Bill Volume 2. Today, let's get to know that snake.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
What's your
I'm
name?
Dave.
Well, nice to meet you. How are you?
The screen abruptly changes to an insert video that seems to have been shot separately. Stock footage, maybe?
Just him like from like a cracked door trying to like put his pants on and falling over.
As a clip of the two-step snake spitting venom towards the camera lens plays, a voiceover explains that the animal's poison encourages uncontrollable bleeding, playing up to its fearsome lethality.
How's that? Pretty scary stuff, right? The venom itself might not be that strong, but what makes the two-step snake so terrifying is the huge amount they can pump into you at once.
Yeah, that reminds me of something.
All right then. Today I'm visiting.
I could only take 2 steps after that, too.
The legs are all jello.
Today I'm visiting a snake farm. They're raising 2,000 snakes and 80 different species in here.
It's a lot of snakes, man. As Dave points ahead with a triumphant grin, the camera turns to find local staff from the snake farm casually releasing a sizable serpent, and then
Why's your penis out?
giving it a few pokes with a frayed bamboo stick. The animal seems none too pleased. That anaconda don't want none.
And this here's the two-step snake himself. What do you think of that? Pretty terrifying, right? Looks like he's already pretty agitated. Okay, let's get right to it.
Trying to piss him off some more.
Time to get bitten.
Why does this guy always seem to enjoy getting bitten so much? More importantly, didn't he just say the venom can kill you in seconds flat? I'm not following the logical progression here.
Ouch!
Grabbing the shin of his right leg where the animal bit him, Dave rolls around on the ground in exaggerated fashion.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts like crazy. This is bad. This guy's the real deal.
As opposed to what, an imposter? Of course it's going to hurt if you let things bite you. What is with this show anyways? It's really stupid. Sometimes I feel like it's less of an animal documentary and more of an entertainment show for bloodthirsty children to cackle at Dave as he dies. The local staff members quickly administer anti-venom, but Dave's leg grows bright violet nonetheless. With minutes, it's swollen up to several times its normal thickness. This certainly does look pretty damn bad. I mean, shouldn't somebody, like, stop Dave for his own good?
She's definitely asleep already.
I can't help voicing my thoughts out loud, but Makina doesn't react. Makina? The girl's eyes are shut. Her soft, regular breathing suggests she's fallen asleep in my lap. No wonder she's been strangely quiet lately. I told you so, kid.
And the remote is like right out of reach, so I can't change the channel.
Yeah, just sit here and suffer. I briefly considered shaking her shoulder to wake her up, but even if I succeeded, it would probably be short-lived victory. Fortunately, the DVR under our television seems to be saving the program. Guess the girl had Sachi set it up automatically start recording this time every week. Yeah. You.
Oh, Dave, what's up?
Makina's mouth flops loosely open and closed, emitting meaningless babble that doesn't even rise to the level of sleep talking. Honestly, it's pretty cute in a way. Guess it couldn't hurt to let her sleep a little longer. It'll probably get annoying if Michiru happens to wander by, but if I was worried about my dignity or whatever, it'd be easy enough just to lower the girl's head off my lap. Maybe even carry her up to her room. That's probably the least problematic choice here. Still, I choose not to do so, mostly because the weight and warmth of Makina's body feels surprisingly pleasant. I don't really understand why I've come to feel this way about her. But then again, my master didn't understand the reason she took me in until the day she died. Come to think of it, I'm not sure exactly when, but there was a time I asked Amane why she was going out of her way to look after an aggravating little pest like Makina. Let's flash back on it.
That's kind of a hard question, actually.
There has to be some reason you started, right? I don't know, she's pitiful.
Reason? I wanted to get in her pants.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could say there was, sort of. I mentioned how Makina falls asleep when she goes into the bath by herself, right?
Yeah, I can remember you saying that.
Well, we found that out the hard way. Not long after she transferred into this school. The girl nodded off in there and ended up nearly drowning. So I started to go in with her, but when I started taking baths with Makina, I noticed something that surprised me a little.
Like what?
The girl had this totally weird way of wringing out her towel. Like she'd just roll it up into this little ball, then squeeze it really hard between her hands. Normally you just fold a bath towel over twice and then twist it to get the water out, right? Girl didn't know to do that. When I saw that, I started thinking, what kind of a life has this girl been living up until now? Didn't she have anyone to teach her this before? That sort of thing. And I guess I got this idea in my head that teaching her that stuff might be my job now. That's when I started looking after Makina, I think. So I guess it'd be the spark, if anything was.
That small a thing?
I mean, I'm not saying that's all it was. Bunch of little things like that sort of piled up before I knew it.
Yeah, like she didn't know how to do anything.
Right.
But it's not like I backed into the job reluctantly, you know? It wasn't just inertia. I mean, sure, I did kind of think Makina was a pain in the butt at first, but I kept spending all this time with her, piling up all these normal, small, everyday moments, and one day it just came to me.
I radiate mommy energy.
Oh, I get it. I love this kid. Well, Makina and I are both girls, so I don't think it's a romantic feeling or anything.
What? What do you mean? Why not?
But it's true. One day, completely out of the blue, I realized that I really cared about her. Wink. And once I admitted that to myself, everything got nice and simple, you know? Didn't have to wonder about why I was bothering to do all this stuff for her.
I see.
Falling in love without even realizing it is rare at all. Might as well just admit it, Yuji. You've already fallen for me, yes?
Okay, now you've lost me. Spare me the ta-ha-ha-ha, woman. That was a good time. You can fall in love with someone without even realizing it. Well, shit. I mean, I've already told her I love her.
Oh no, I've fallen in love with Michiru.
Yeah. Until you notice the simple truth, it's impossible to come to terms with your own emotions. The question, is this really how it should be, rolls around in your head over and over. But by now I've found my answer. Looking down at the girl quietly sleeping on my lap, I find myself once again recalling the documents I spent the afternoon reading. The house Makina was born into, the Irisu clan, is built on a long and unbroken tradition of corruption and avarice.
Avarice, yeah.
A fat parasitic cancer on the body politic with roots reaching down to the bone. Just among the papers I looked over today, there were credible references to embezzlement, fraudulent budget inflation, and insider trading related to government projects. And that's clearly just scratching the surface.
There's even jaywalking in there.
Among the leaders of this clan, Irisu Masataka was the one and only individual of genuine integrity. The man married into the family, so he'd been kept outside the loop at first. But after Makina's birth, he brushed against the darkness at the core of the Irisu and realized he'd been integrated into the profoundly evil machine. Uncomfortable with the clan's amoral dealings, Mr. Masataka tried incredibly hard to move the Irisu onto a straighter path, motivated in no small part by concern for his newborn daughter. But in the end, his actions were nothing more than the nibbling of an ant at the foot of an elephant, producing no results other than his complete isolation within the family. And when Mr. Masataka laid hands on proof of the Irisu's secrets and crimes, the family severed him from itself like a lizard shedding its tail.
I want sushi. Sorry. that train of thought was, Masataka sounds like a food.
Yeah.
And it's like Japanese food. Ooh, sushi.
It was an elaborately planned assassination.
So the weight of my heart is sushi and pickles right now, so just throwing that out there.
Are you pregnant?
I think so. What the fuck?
Use-
Well, technically, one of the meds I take is progesterone, which is the chemical that's produced by pregnant women. So I guess that might have something to do with it.
Using his love for Makina against him, you might say the girl was his Achilles heel.
I mean, I always love sushi. The pickles thing is the weird part. least I'm not eating it on ice cream or something.
Makina was abducted in a sham kidnapping planned by her own relatives, used as bait to lure out her father. Mr. Masataka swallowed their deception hook, line, and sinker. He went to negotiate with the kidnappers, bearing a 120 million yen ransom, and was murdered before his daughter's eyes, because that was like no money to them.
Right?
He was an honest and timid man by nature, just as the criminals had demanded. But he went to the meeting without telling anyone of the situation, and he died for that mistake. Up until that point, everything went off exactly according to the Erie Sea leadership plan. Their one and only slip-up was leaving the execution of the kidnapping to men from the Branch family. The Branch family had been entrusted with clearing up the main house's messes, cleaning up, ever since their incorporation into the Erie Sea. The leadership pushed his job onto them without a second thought, a decision that complicated matters. Estimating that their faction could gain dramatically if the main family's successor candidate was to disappear along with their father, the kidnappers took a gamble and left Makina in the warehouse when they escaped. The girl spent a week tied to a pillar next to her father's corpse before she was finally discovered. Unfortunately, these events took place in the summer. The body began to putrefy quickly, and she had no choice but to watch. Corpses left exposed to sunlight in the summer begin to change quickly. The body bulges and swells. Soon it's impossible to tell where the eyes or nose once were, and the mouth falls slightly open, and the gas is gathering inside, escape in belching gurgles.
Woo! Woo!
It's not a sight anyone can bear for long.
That's Futurama, isn't it? Bender becomes
Yeah.
human and it's like he's been dead since the beginning of the party, but he just said woo.
Yeah.
That was gas escaping his fat folds. Woo! Woo!
Makina was forced to watch as her father's body transformed completely over the course of 6 long days. The experience left its mark on her. For years after the kidnapping, she suffered from acute aphasia, but at least it was cute.
How adorable.
Traumatic stress gave rise to chronic brainstem malfunction. Symptoms included violent nausea, vertigo, trembling of the limbs, dyspnea, even memory loss and mutism. The doctors recorded specific examples. Sudden loud sounds would prompt their patient to scream with terror, sometimes losing consciousness. Left alone in the dark for any length of time, she would experience difficulty breathing. In an attempt to suppress her physical symptoms, Makina was kept on a cocktail of antihistamines and histoglobin with, Jesus Christ,
Corticosteroids.
Administered about once a week. I'm not a doctor.
I watch a lot of medical shows.
Yeah.
I used to. I haven't in a long time. I want to watch The Pit, but I don't even know if I have.
Scrubs is coming back, apparently.
Yeah, I think I might try to avoid that.
I guess it's, Zach Braff's actually going to be JD in it, though.
I know, but Zach Braff was in the fucking quote-unquote 9th season, too. That doesn't actually exist.
At least you have the AT&T commercials.
Yeah, those are bad, too.
A conservative course of treatment that would continue for 6 long years as the girl concentrated on her recovery, shut up in a hospital under the control of the Branch family. You went through a hell of a lot, kid. I did. As I mutter the words, my eyes return to the girl sleeping on my lap, and there are tears running down her face.
No, Dave.
Makina. What kind of dream is she seeing right now? No matter how harsh the reality, surely it's not too much to hope the girl might find some happiness when she falls asleep.
It wasn't a dream. My vagina still hurts.
Yeah. You split me in twain. This is a dream.
This is...
Makina, probably?
Yeah, it's Makina.
A dream I've seen many, many times. A dream that brings nothing but pain and sadness. Oh, look how cute I am.
Hey there, thanks for stopping by, Irasumasa. I'm the same guy.
Oh, no!
I'm always A.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, Irasumasa Taka-san. You did listen to what I told you on the phone, right? Didn't tell anyone where you were going, huh?
No, of course, I didn't say a word to my wife, let alone the police. They both sound like her. Who knows?
You always inherit the voices of your parents.
Yeah. But I mean, you would think the mother would be enough, but no,
Right.
they both have it. More importantly, where's my daughter? Please give Makina back. I've brought the money, just as you said.
Well, let's not get all flustered here. Your daughter's right over there. Might have a few scrapes on her cheeks and knees. Other than that, she's fine. She's fine. Matter of fact, we just ordered a pizza a little while ago. Do you want some za? Figured we shouldn't let her go hungry or anything. Feel free to have a few slices yourself. I hope you like pineapple and mushrooms. I hate pineapple and mushrooms!
Makina!
Papa! Papa!
Slow down there, Masataka-san. We need to get a look at that money first, you know. We're on the job here ourselves. Oh, but don't worry about the pizza. I'll cover that out of my pocket. The guy took longer than 30 minutes, so it was free.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet. He found it was really hard for him to find this
Abandoned warehouse.
Yeah. More importantly, did you bring us what we asked for? 2 million and used small bills?
There are 2 suitcases in there. It's all about the money. I'm capable of moving freely. Do whatever you want with it.
I meant I want a bunch of tiny Bill Murrays.
That was not clear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right then.
I brought Bill Murray. Bill Nyes.
Well, I guess that works. Yeah, right then. Guess we'll just take a look at that. Hey, check the money.
Yes, sir. Makina, are you alright? Any injuries?
Look, I'm telling you to hold your horses, okay? Pretty damn hasty, aren't you? Just sit back and relax so we're done counting the money. Like, get some fucking pizza or something. Want a drink or something? I mean, we've only got beer, Diet Cola, but hey, the zero stuff hasn't been invented yet.
Papa, just listen to them. They're pretty chill, actually. Boss.
Christ, don't scream in my ear. Look, you made me smell a beer.
And I hate Diet Cola.
Yeah, gross.
Boss, there just isn't enough money in here.
The hell? Why not? How much we got in there? How much was that pizza?
Rough guess, maybe 120 G's. A bunch of weird slips of paper or something.
Slips of paper? Okay. It's like Dumb and Dumber. Those are IOUs.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here? Masataka-san, I'd really appreciate a satisfactory explanation, like, yesterday.
You people called me last night, you know. I explained several times over the phone that I couldn't possibly prepare that kind of money on such short notice.
What do you mean, you people? Oh, well, yeah, sure, I know I was asking the unreasonable there. Wait, I know I was asking the unreasonable there. That doesn't make any sense. But I asked you to find a way to make it happen, didn't I? And you didn't do it. It's fucking bogus. And I seem to remember you saying you managed something, right? But now you waltz in here with what, 120 grand? Is that all your daughter's worth to you? Dude, you hear this? I'm just gonna adopt her. She deserves better than you. The most we can give you back for this is a single arm and only half a slice of pizza.
Hold on, I brought you 1.5 million in bonds.
Don't even think about touching the stuffed crust one either. Wait. Are you for real, Masataka-san? I said we wanted cash, and instead you bring bonds? Bonds? Like,
what the fuck
James
even are those?
Bond?
Yeah.
Is this some kind of joke? How am I supposed to turn this crap into money? If we try selling these things off, your investment advisors aren't exactly going to keep their mouths shut, are they?
Don't worry, they're unregistered bonds, completely anonymous. It's much safer than a check.
That's really not the problem here. You just don't get it, do you? When you hand us something like that, first we have to look into whether they're even real, then make sure they're valid. That's exactly the sort of time-consuming bullshit we'd like to avoid. I got a lot of shit on my plate right now, and I don't need this. Look, do you understand what I'm telling you? I didn't want to admit it, but we're a pair of country hicks, okay?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that voice is fucking up my throat. You're acting like one of those idiots who pulls into a drive-thru in some backwoods road in Texas, whips out a gold card and says credit only. You know, am I right? Like, God, you're really not from around here, are you? You're totally not a local.
Yeah, but this is really the best I can do.
I don't want to hear your goddamn excuses, buddy. We're not playing around here. How much money do you think we blew kidnapping this kid, huh? Those ropes are pretty fucking expensive. And we had to go to Home Depot, and you gotta cut the length yourself. And I don't know how fat your daughter was before we kidnapped her.
So we bought a bunch.
Oh, shit. Now I'm just pissed off.
Then she turned out to be so tiny that the ropes wouldn't even wrap around her, so we had to go back.
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit. Plus, we ran out of Diet Cola.
Boss, take a look at that.
Huh? What about the damn TV?
Aren't those people they're showing right now from the Irisu family?
Dad and his daughter are going through hell out here, but the rest of the family's having a nice evening at some classical concert. That's fucking hilarious. Lifestyles of the rich and fucking famous, I swear. Masataka-san, looks like you really didn't say a word to your wife, huh? I really like that stupidly honest personality of yours, my friend. Figured with a nice trustworthy guy like you, this job go nice and easy, no muss and fuss, you know. But instead you go and bring us 120 puny grand and some scraps of paper? Talk about a fucking letdown. This shit isn't even worth discussing, right? Well,
I mean, it's 1.5 million. But yeah, I mean, it is bonds. But still.
yeah.
No, this can't be.
That's my line, buddy. Are you even listening to me here?
Not really.
Wait a second. The people on the screen are your family, right? Gramps, Grandma, and your wife? Fucking slamming bod, bro. Good job. Well, so far so good, yeah. But who's this man walking next to your wife and the little girl holding their hands? Oh man, you're getting fucking cucked, man.
This can't be real.
What? Oh, I see. Is that how it is? You've been abandoned, right? And those two are your substitutes? Now it makes sense. You and your little girl there just got 86, huh? Brings a tear to my eye.
This can't be.
Well, I think you got an idea of yourself. An idea yourself of the reason why, don't you? It's because you don't like pineapple on pizza. Ruffle a few too many feathers with the guilty conscience of yours. Push back a little too hard against the Irisu way of doing business. Basically, from the clan's point of view, pig-headed Boy Scout like you was a nasty little pimple just begging to get popped.
Stop it. Don't talk about pimples.
She probably can't even understand half the shit I'm saying right now. Come on, no big deal, right? Since it's come to this, how about you just let me have that evidence of corruption you supposedly got your hands on? That way, I'll be able to get a little extra scratch from the Irisu to make up for this half-assed excuse for a ransom, yeah?
Was that what you were after from the start?
Well, I gotta admit it, we did consider it beforehand. But if you'd given us the money we asked for, it wouldn't have been necessary, you know? You kind of did this to yourself. How about it? Want to hand over that evidence or whatever to me?
No.
Will you give it to my friend?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, sweet. It's my voice, isn't it? Everybody says it's my voice. The hell have you got a brood about, huh? That cold-hearted excuse for a family just abandoning you and your girl, and now they're all enjoying themselves at a concert, for Christ's sakes? Plus, it's Coldplay, so what the fuck? You don't owe them a damn thing. Look, buddy, you've been tossed away like a flea-bitten mud. Does that not make you mad?
Yeah, of course I'm upset, but repaying evil with evil would only create a vicious circle of hatred and cruelty. What would playing their game accomplish?
But are you tired of being nice? Don't you want to just go apeshit? Very admirable. Fucking righteous. Honestly, I'm amazed a noble soul like you managed to stick around in the Irisu as long as you did.
Say whatever you want. In any case, I've given you all the money I can, and now I want my daughter back.
She's right fucking there. Figures. Yeah, I guess it figures. Knowing you, I sort of guessed you'd say that. Because that's kind of how this was supposed to go down. Well, in other words, when you couldn't come up with the money, I suppose your fate was pretty much sealed, bro.
Yeah, Papa, look out behind, why?
Well, don't fucking warn him. Now he's gonna know he's dying.
Yeah. No! Papa!
Oh shit, I got blood on the pizza. And it was the stuffed crust one too. God, this family pisses me off. Such an idiot. God, what a fucking idiot. Really now, you're a true idiot. A completely hopeless idiot.
Papa!
No, it's not Papa John's. I got Domino's. This little lady, Irisu Makina, has a sister of the same age, so you know your family isn't hard up for replacements. Wasn't any reason to pay some ridiculously high ransom for the kid. Hell, some people might have been better off without her around. Listen, Masataka-san.
I can't, I'm dead.
I know you're dead. It's not like I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I mean, I do. But, you know,
Kinda seem like you do.
if anything, I'm damn upset it turned out this way. Like, it's a real bummer. Pulling the trigger like this makes me sick to my goddamn stomach. These bullets are not cheap.
That might be the pizza.
This right here is a truly shitty job. How dare you badmouth Domino's like that? But you can't just go pushing all the unpleasant work onto your subordinates, right? So I'm stepping up and taking care of things with my own hands. But I've got to say, you're one sorry excuse for a father. She said she's never even had pineapple pizza. Listen up, okay? Hard as it might be to believe, I was actually more or less playing it fair here. I'm doing you a favor. If you'd showed up with the $2 million we asked for and paid the damn ransom in full, we'd have taken the money and said much appreciated, bro, and left this place smiling.
Had shared some za.
Yeah, we would have had some zaw, a few brewskis, and then we would have went about our fucking day. Maybe dropped into some nice little bar with a charming lady behind the counter. Had ourselves a modest little celebration, you know?
I mean, fuck, I got $2 million.
Yeah, fucking... But what do we get instead? You only managed to scrape together 120 grand for your cute little daughter? That's not nearly good enough. How many brews can I get with that, man? I drink a fucking 12 spot on my own. And to top it all, when I try to compromise for that evidence of yours, you actually turn me down? What the fuck, brah? What the hell do you expect me to do, Masataka-san? What kind of father are you? If you love your daughter enough to walk in here like an idiot, then get the damn money even if you have to steal and cheat and lie. I know I only gave you like 5 hours to do it.
Wasn't it like a few, overnight?
This is just pathetic. I'm so miserable, I think I'm gonna cry. Bro, give me a hug. I'm seriously upset over here. I'm beefing. I'm fucking beefing right now. Oh shit, I'm out of bullets. Hey, no more bullets. Give me a pineapple. I'm gonna put it in here to see if it shoots out like a Nerf dart.
Boss, I think we should just...
Shut your fucking mouth. What, you saying something? I can hear some good thanks to the gun.
That's the way I talk.
Speak up a little numbnuts.
Boss, leave it at that. Just really get moving.
Ugh, idiot. Don't fucking scream.
I'm literally not. Oh, I'm still able to make sounds. Makina.
Holy shit, man. I put like 18 shots in you. Yeah. Wait. Hold on a second here. Are you serious, bro? Masataka-san, you're still alive? What the hell? Is this guy immortal or something? Are we dealing with fucking Superman right now?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
How the fuck did this guy not get the money?
Maybe it's just because you can't aim, boss, and you shot him in the foot 8 times.
What? I didn't quite catch that. If you've got something to say, then fucking spit it out, man. Do you want to fucking go, bro? I'll pop my fucking shirt off right now.
It's nothing, sir. I
That's
love
fucking
pineapple
right.
on pizza.
That's what I thought. Well, whatever. He'll croak all on his own soon enough anyway, alright? Let's get back. Oh, shit. My head's fucking killing me, man. It's all the chemicals and shit they put in Diet Cola. Gross. Now that I think about it, this guy's kind of hot.
Hey, boss, what do we do about the kid?
Oh, alright. I don't know, leave her a slice. Don't really have a reason to keep her alive anymore.
She's kind of cute. Give her some za.
Ugh, no fucking bullets left. Guess we could strangle her to death? I just got a Manny, though.
Boss, we're already cutting a little close here.
I'm gonna cut you a little close. Close? Close to what?
Our plane's leaving soon.
Oh, right. Well, I guess we couldn't have stopped for brewskis anyway. Sorry, man. Well, whatever. Forget it. Pain in the ass anyway. Let's go. Just leave the kid. Not like she saw our faces anyway.
Yes, this is a dream. A choking, agonizing dream. The sort of dream you spend constantly wishing you could wake up from.
I somehow hope that everybody's super annoyed with that voice because I'm going to use it all the time.
You dude, bro.
Yes.
Anytime, like, it pops up, whatever A, like person dude A.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's close to the voice I used for, what's his name, for You, Me, and Her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his was a little less dude bro-y, but it had the same kind of inflections.
Yeah, this kind of sucks. Papa? Papa, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're bleeding a whole lot. Makina, what about you? Are you injured? Does it hurt anywhere?
Yeah, you're kind of laying on my foot. Could you move?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you, Papa? Does it hurt? No, I'm fine too. Doesn't hurt at all.
I wasn't expecting him to look like that.
That's a lie. I mean, Papa, you're bleeding. You're bleeding so much. No, it's true. Doesn't hurt at all. Even though I'm bleeding so much. Mysterious, isn't it? I'm not in any pain.
I'm just kind of cold. Isn't that weird?
I'm sorry, Papa. You got hurt because you were something. You were... what? You were protecting me, right? Don't worry about it. That's the way it's supposed to be. You didn't do anything wrong. But...
Well, maybe you should have, like, eaten the pineapple.
I'm sorry, Makina. Papa, why are you apologizing? If you hadn't been born as my daughter, you never would have had to go through this. I really am sorry.
Wait, you're sorry she was ever born? It's not a great thing to leave her with.
Don't apologize, Papa. It's weird. Why would you say sorry for something like that? Now I want to untie those ropes and get you free. I can't move my fingers that well.
Arthritis.
Papa. I'm sorry. Bleh. Papa, what's wrong? Makina, would you mind talking to me about something? I want to hear your voice.
Yeah, so anyway, the last tuna fish man.
Oh, bleh. You want me to talk? About what? Anything's fine. A funny story should be nice about now. This is kind of sudden. I can't really think of anything. That's right. I guess it's the man's job to break the ice.
No wonder she has weird sexual feelings toward... Why would... That's a weird thing to say to your daughter.
Papa, you laughing? Yeah, that's right. Why? Doesn't it hurt?
'Cause I'm dying, idiot.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? It doesn't hurt at all. I can't feel a thing. Look, I'm smiling. Aren't I? Am I smiling?
This is my smile face.
Yeah, you're smiling. So you must be okay, right? Of course. Have I ever lied to you? Come on, you lie to me all the time. You promised to celebrate my birthday together this year. But you got so busy at work you didn't even come home.
I actually hate you. I hope you die.
I see. Is that right? Jeez, what's so funny? Well, you see, I want you to remember my smile. Yeah, this is kind of fun, actually. I love your smile, Papa.
I really wish this whole building wasn't at a Dutch angle.
I see. Thank you, Makina. Papa? Sorry, kiddo. Truth is, I've been really swamped at work lately. Didn't get much sleep last night.
He's just like not dying. This is like the Austin Powers thing, the Will Ferrell. I'm not dead. I'm just very, very burned.
Papa, you're sleepy? Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, it's not your fault, right? You gotta do your job. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you're working for Mom and me, so it's okay. Papa, have a good nap. But I'm gonna wake you up in... I'm gonna wake you up in an hour, okay, Papa?
Will you tell me when an hour passes?
It's like fucking 3 days later.
Papa, I think it's been an hour.
Yeah. Papa? I called out to him many times. But Papa didn't open his eyes.
He must have been real sleepy.
He'd fallen into a deep sleep. In time, morning came and the area grew bright, but Papa didn't wake up. I called out to him many, many times. And in time, the sun fell and night came. But even then, Papa didn't open his eyes. I was getting really hungry. Morning came again.
Almost hungry enough to eat pineapple on pizza, but not that hungry.
And then another night.
So I just ate my dad.
And at some point, Papa's body started to smell really bad. I mean, it was summer, so Papa was starting to rot. And the bugs. There were lots and lots of bugs. I ate them to survive. Enough to make you wonder where they all came from. Papa swelled up like a big pale balloon, and the flies just kept coming back no matter how many times I shoot them away. He started to look like a rice ball covered in black sesame seeds. Hey, Papa, did you die? You said you were fine, didn't you?
You said you wouldn't lie to me, so you have to tell me if you're dead.
Papa tricked me again.
Asshole.
He said he was just fine, but he died. Can you believe that? Who would tell a lie like that? Unbelievable.
I know, right?
And I couldn't believe it. And so I talked to Papa many, many times. Papa was supposed to buy me a puppy for my birthday. He promised we'd go to the beach together once he got some time off for work this summer. And he promised we'd play with fireworks together at night.
So those were her wishes.
Mm-hmm.
At that whatever that one holiday was.
Yeah, Tanabata.
Christmas.
Papa said he'd always dreamed about teaching his child to ride a bike. And I'd been looking forward to that for so long. So I kept talking to Papa on and on. But eventually I ran out of words and I said everything there was to say. So I just looked quietly down at Papa's corpse. And I'd already talked enough for a lifetime. Didn't feel like there was any need to keep going. So I spoke one final sentence, deciding it would be my last. Papa, you liar. I don't know if the words Makina just spoke were directed at me or her real father. But either way, they startle me, conscious as I am of hiding things from her. Watching the girl sniffle miserably in my lap, I can feel my own mood sinking. It's not like me to get pulled along by the emotions of others. Have I gotten weaker? The thought's unpleasant, disturbing even. It's like I've bitten into something and felt my teeth rattle loosely in my skull. Was I bitten by a snake? The animal variety show on the television, having reached the serious second half of the program, begins to broadcast the story of a wolf raising its children.
So, is Yumi gonna be the only one that has alive parents?
Yes.
Unless her mom's dead. Like, we know she has a dad who runs a bunch of things. Oh my god, back to this already?
Even among the many species of the animal kingdom, the creatures known as wolves stand out for their strong devotion to family. That's why I'm gonna let them maul me.
Wounded and bloodied, the wolf on the screen fights to protect its children. No matter how many times it's knocked down, the animal keeps standing up again. It's like that, my favorite song by Chumbawamba.
Pissing the night away.
I see. Weaker isn't the right word, is it? Papa. Makina reaches out reflexively as if requesting help. I take her hand and squeeze it firmly. Ow! I'm right here, Makina. When we're like this, I can almost fool myself into believing I've become a good person. It's embarrassing to discover I'm still capable of these sorts of feelings, but it also brings me something close to happiness. At the same time, there's an undercurrent of unease, the same old doubts. Is it really alright for me to touch this girl with my soiled hand?
I mean, you've done more than that.
But I've made up my mind. If this girl reaches out for help, I'll take her hand. I'll hold on as long as I can. And if I should falter, I will let go and fall alone. Makina's hand grasped tightly in mine feels a little lighter than it did before.
Oh, I ripped her arm off.
Whoops.
Let me just put that back.
I haven't spent much time in any halfway normal schools, so I can't really call myself an authority on the subject, but the thing called homework is truly a pain in the ass.
I'd rather be masturbating.
Even when exams are approaching and you know you have to buckle down, you'll find yourself making more progress on cleaning your room than reading your textbooks, reflexively seeking out any possible distraction from reality. Some people handle it better than others, but in general, nobody's at their best when forced to confront something troublesome. Just facing up to an arduous pile of problems requires some real willpower. At present, Makina is the homework I need to confront. And due to the truly enormous scope of the problem, using youthful energy to force my way on to a solution hasn't gone so smoothly. There's been a lot of unproductive agonizing going on. Of course, considering the imminent danger, it's clear that taking immediate action would be best. If I've got the time to procrastinate using my daily running routine as a pretext, it'd probably be better spent charging into the Irisu home with a dagger in my hand. And at least trying to do my duty.
Yeah, go all Spike Spiegel on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah, okay. However, we're dealing with a conglomerate strongly tied to the nation itself.
He went with a gun, not a knife, but still.
No matter how fiercely a single mutt barks and snarls outside the gate, they're not exactly going to shake in their shoes. And even if by some chance the world were to tilt in an unexpected direction, like a Dutch angle, how could we hope to compensate society for the resulting damage? No matter how hard I think, the answers don't come. It's easy enough to boast that you'll stick to your guns no matter who tries to push you around, but the simple fact is that fighting the power almost never ends badly for the power in question.
Hello. Sometimes you fight the law and the law won.
If one individual's stubborn resistance were enough to frustrate those entrusted with authority, the way of the world would change fundamentally and not necessarily for the better.
What's the other song that is like that? The Authority song. What's that
I
one?
don't know. I mean, I probably do.
You do. Hang on. I'll look it up while I'm...
In the end, I'm not much more than a country's pet dog, and the Irisu's bear exceptional influence with my master. I can't even bare my fangs against them. But here's what it comes down to. I want to keep Makina safe, even if it costs me my life.
There it is. Yeah, it's John Mellencamp. I fought authority... Wait, what is it?
Oh!
Yeah.
And authorities always win.
That's it.
Yeah.
I fight authority, authority always wins. Yeah, that's like the exact same. That's the American down-home version of I fought the law and the law won. I'm trying to get like weirdly comfortable with my bisexual sitting positions. Here we go. Now we're good.
I don't give a damn about the national interest. On a very simple, very personal level, Irisu Makina is my first and absolute priority. You, I love you. Oh, I love you, Makina.
Why do you always do that when you see me for the first time?
More than anyone or ever something.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Than anyone else in the world. Where'd that come from all of a sudden? I'm affirming my own feelings, that's all. The fact that I love you. That you're the only thing I should prioritize above all else. I was just speaking those thoughts out loud to see if they rang true. Yeah, do they? No! And what are the results?
I'm still a little mad that you peed on me, but I guess I love you.
Or at least didn't let me bathe after you peed on me.
Right. You weirdly licked it.
In terms of my personal feelings, there's nothing wrong with those words. Makina, you're definitely the most important thing in the world to me. However, as a wise man once said, there's no woman in the world more troublesome than your mother. It's a little hard to say this to her own daughter, but I don't think it's possible to phrase this both gently and accurately. I'm gonna be frank here. Your mom's a sociopathic bitch. I know.
Wait, Amine?
No. Actual.
And despite this long, convoluted attempt at an excuse, when you get right down to it, I'm afraid of her.
What a puss.
Yeah, well, yeah. Probably not something her own daughter should be saying, but my mom's basically a nasty little kid who never grew up. Now I can definitely understand being scared of her, you know?
What kind of woman refuses to grow up?
No comment.
Oh, I thought it was like the beginning of a joke.
No, it's just saying he's talking to
Yeah.
her.
To be honest, I don't have the strength to confront your family head on. Given that, there are only two possibilities that we're going to make them choose.
Oh, no.
We can run and hide, or we can try and hold out and find a way to endure their one-sided abuse, which is probably the correct option. Because it's the harder of the two.
I guess.
To be honest, I can't bring myself to make that call. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? No, please tell me. What should I do, Makina? Please, oh my god, help me. Your family is very powerful and rich. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I can't just tell you to do something that's gonna screw up your whole life for my convenience.
Like, I mean, we could run away and I could quit my assassination job, but I was kind of hoping to get another crack at Jables, and now her assistant is in the mix?
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Alright, in that case, let's get a third opinion. We can pretend like they're the ones who pushed us into this. It's probably gonna be Yumiko.
It's gonna be Michiru, of all people.
Yeah. And then do whatever we want while blaming it on them. How's that sound? No! An extremely Japanese way of passing the buck. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go with that. You're hella smart, Papa. No matter how skilled a soldier you may be, when you're unsure of the next move, don't try to muddle through it alone. Consult your superior officer.
The principal?
Maybe.
Or Jables.
Battles are won and lost on the big picture level of strategy. No one man on the ground can see the whole board. Blundering ahead blindly, guided only by emotions or values, is the kind of criminal stupidity that invites disaster. When I was a young warthog,
I knew that was coming.
who looked down on the board from above was always my sister. If I did as she told me,
Oops. Sorry, I relaxed too much.
I could at least avoid the worst case scenario no matter what the situation. After my sister's death, the next person to watch the big picture for me was my master. But Asuko's advice tended to be a little heavy on the brute force approach, sometimes to the point of excess. Jables was an indispensable counterweight, leaning heavily in the opposite direction. Asuko loved the high-risk, high-return play. JB strongly flavored low risk, low return.
That's some delicious low risk.
Raised under their mutual guidance, I naturally began to weigh their opinions against each other, searching for the answer that felt correct for me. And then one of them died, so that made it a little easier.
Right.
But today, Asuko is no longer around to offer one of those staggeringly drastic plans that always left you wondering if she'd even thought about the consequences.
I mean, it was really annoying when every Halloween, Asuko would dress up as the devil and Jables would dress up as an angel.
Made it really hard to think.
It was super hot, though.
If I could consult with Jables about this, she'd without a doubt recommend looking for a way to maintain the status quo. But that's nothing more than the passive opinion of a woman focused on the way the winds are blowing.
She's German. She loves fart porn.
Should we give in or resist? To break the sort of deadlock, you really do need someone who can provide a big picture perspective.
Yep.
And you came to me why? Exactly?
Because you're wearing a sensible sweater, so obviously you know what you're doing.
God damn it, you're right. Isn't it obvious? There aren't very many people in the school even familiar with the circumstances, and you know more than everyone for some reason. Despite the whole Neutral Observer Act, you're constantly giving us precise and timely advice.
Because she's smart. That's what you do. The people who talk the least listen the best.
Maybe so, but what are you expecting me to do?
I don't know. Something fun in your route, hopefully.
Yeah, she's going to end up being the best. I'm calling it now.
Oh, God. I hope she isn't, just because her look is just so, like, default to me. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Like,
guess.
she seems like the default option to me. She's not, obviously. I don't know if there is a default option. But, like...
It seems like Amane is the
she's
default in
just
this
like-
one, because it's like... I don't know, just the way she's presented in this game.
Yeah, I guess. It's just the like, long, dark hair, standoffish. Like, she just seems like the most, like, basic. You basic.
Yeah, basic.
Did you read this?
I don't know. I don't expect you to do anything. Hell, look at it standing in for as a coin flip. Just casually call out heads or tails if you want. You do understand our situation, right? Even if that's all right with you, the consequences are real. I can't assume responsibility for what happens to you two as the result of my casual decision, and I don't want to be left regretting it. Try asking someone else. No, come on! Don't be so cold! You know we can't ask anyone else, right? Well, maybe, but look, I'm just not comfortable with this. I understand we're asking a lot, but...
It's not like we're going to take your advice and then blame it all on you.
I thought that was the plan. Shut up! If I had to make an analogy faced with the approach of an overwhelmingly powerful American army, do you continue fighting down to the last soldier?
Probably not, because our history of doing that ended poorly.
or accept being branded a coward, swallow your tears, and return to help lay the cornerstone of your nation's long, painful rebirth. Even if you consult the non-com who's taken over your platoon after the CO bit the dust, he'll just snarl, "The hell do I know?" Make up your own damn mind in response. If anything, you're better off making a field appointment in the absence of the true CO. Shout, "Corporal Kazumi, you're the leader of this platoon." Then give him a temporary promotion to second lieutenant. Your man can't help but stiffen his spine. I'm sorry, what's the last word? However, even knowing full well that I'm being unreasonable, I want to ask you once more. What should I do, Commander Steak and Shake? Steak and Shake? Please, Lieutenant.
I haven't had Steak and Shake in a long time either.
Give us the word. Just one word. If you tell us to die, we'll hold out this island for years, taking as many enemies as we can. To hell with us.
Granted, you also go to school, so you might not want to say that.
Look, you two, this isn't a game, you know. The whole idea of leaving such an important decision to me is fundamentally a mistake.
She's onto us, run!
You two haven't mistaken me for some kind of all-knowing god, have you?
You're not?
So you say, but if you remove a single character from the name, I can't actually say it.
Samwise
but
Gamgee.
yeah, you're left with the kanji for god. Of course. Oh, touche! Who's Samwise?
Silver
Scotty
Surfer.
Pippen, my friend.
They both work.
No, my God. Tell us what we should do, I beseech you. Now, here, I'll give you an offering. Grant us an oracle, Dios mío.
Oh, great conch show.
What? Stop throwing coins at me.
Where are you pulling those from? Why are they wet?
My coin slot. There are no atheists in foxholes, as they say. The opponent's far, far more powerful than us. That reality clearer than the sight of the bombers soaring overhead on their way to devastate the mainland. How meaningful would it be to barricade ourselves away from this island? Is dying and becoming a patriotic spirit really the only righteous choice? Righteous. But survival gained by turning tail and fleeing is a shameful thing. Anyone with a shred of compassion for those left behind couldn't accept such a selfish path. The only easy way to resolve this is by sending Makina home to her family immediately. But what awaits her there is death. In spirit, if not in body.
And also possibly in body, because it may be a situation where, like, fuck it, just kill her.
Yeah. But if I were to flee with Makina in tow, there's definitely a choice coming, right?
Gotta be.
Those left behind in the school might very well suffer the consequences as well. In the worst case scenario, there's no guarantee they won't be taken as hostages. I understand that I'm being tested here, but it seems I'm a hopeless loser who can't make his own decisions when push comes to shove. Help me, Sprigatito. What the fuck is that? It's a Pokemon.
It's a weed cat.
Yoshiko! Do not randomly change my name! That pisses me off! What?
Who would do such a thing?
Sorry about that. Kids these days feel the need to invent slang for everything they see, you know. Try to just let it slide.
Fucking skibbity.
Yeah, Skibbity Toilet Ohio Riz. In the first place, you've already found your answer.
I think you might be the only person in the world I've ever heard use the Ohio thing in real life. Like, I've heard people, like, use skibbity and things like that as, like, you know, they're dumb kids. But the Ohio thing always, to me, just seemed like a weird online meme. I'm sure there are people who do it.
We bussin', no skibbity.
We bussin'.
Why don't you just go
No
ahead?
It's like no diggity.
Mm-hmm.
We busted. No skibbity. Someone's done that, right?
Well, no skibbity?
Like no diggity, the song.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Why don't you just go ahead and do what you want and stop? I mean, all you're really trying to do here is push the cleanup after the fact onto me, or am I wrong?
I'm sorry if I sound weird. I have effectively melted into the couch while this episode has been going on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like, I started from, like, sitting cross-legged, and now I'm literally laying halfway, like, my legs are splayed off the arm of your couch.
We're recording a lot of episodes of this today.
Yeah. I'm not even doing a whole lot. I'm just clicking, but I'm just, like, chilling.
You're not wrong. It's exactly how it is. I know we're being incredibly selfish.
Call us Long John Silvers, because we sell fish.
This might end up causing serious problems for you and the others, but even so, I want to protect Makina.
Would you mind if I stated my honest opinion?
Go ahead.
Although a certain degree of protection is provided within the grounds of this school, now that Irisu-san has become an active target, the reality is that we can no longer guarantee her safety, or even that of the other students around her. I'm hardly eager to throw out a friend who studied at my side all this time, but as a member of the family administering this school, I'm obligated to make an extremely painful decision.
We have to kill her.
Irisu Makina-san, I'm going to arrange for your expulsion from this school.
You cunt.
Expulsion? What's that mean?
Is that like the German fart porn you watch? Shut up!
In other words,
This isn't a suspension or a leave of absence. You will be expunged entirely from our register. Irisu Makina never attended this school, or so it will be made to appear.
I see. You have that power? Damn, I should go with you.
Right?
Erasing every document with the name Irisu Makina on it is probably only prudent under the circumstances.
Yeah, let's, like, convince everyone that you never existed in the first place.
Yeah.
It's genius!
Which would mean me as well?
Yes, you as well. There was never a student by the name of Kazumi Yuji here. That works for you, yes? I'll explain the situation to Principal Tachibana and the girls.
I'm sure they'll all be fine with it.
Yumi-chan.
Sorry for the hassle.
Maybe we shouldn't have asked her.
That's all right. I can't do much else for you two, after all.
All right, Makina. Since that's decided, you want to run away with me?
No.
Yeah!
Let's run to the ends of the earth, or whatever.
Samsung.
Is right. Of course. Whatever I might have said, the truth is I've already made up my mind. A snap of the Irisu's fingers is enough to leave people dead. They can't be persuaded or negotiated with. Staying here would leave me grinding my teeth impotently. If I curl into a ball and wait for the hurricane to pass, I'll ultimately be forced to kill Makina with my own hands. Given a choice between killing her and running away, I'd naturally choose the latter. But disappearing into the night without a word would be agonizing, knowing that those we're leaving behind might well face unjust suffering. I simply couldn't bring myself to do what had to be done. And now, Sugar Ray agreed to assume the role of protecting this school from the consequences of our actions.
And she just wants to fly.
God damn it.
Smooth criminal.
Thank you. Now I can run away with a clean conscience.
Yumi-chan, I'm grateful too. I'm simply driving out a pair of problem children. I haven't done a single thing worthy of your gratitude. But, well, if you manage to resolve everything, come back to the school. You may be expelled, but we'll be happy to consider readmission. Yumi-chan! Yeah.
Apparently overcome with emotion at Steven Tyler's unexpectedly warm words, Makina spreads out her arms like a bird flapping its wings.
I'm a flappy bird!
Taking advantage of the momentary distraction this provides, she proceeds to barrel forward into
Skin dreads.
bosom. Oh, I mean,
Huh? Wait! My bosom! Gah!
Oh god, she hit my box knife. Well, that takes care of that then.
yeah, problem solved?
Yeah.
Closing to a grappling range with an exemplary slide dash before her target can even begin to evade, Makina twines her legs tightly around sugar-free Pepsi's knees, cutting off any possibility of retreat.
Thank you, Yumi-chan! I'll definitely come back here someday.
Yes, oh, that's all fine and good. Now get off of me.
So until then, take care of yourself, okay? Mwah!
No, Todd.
No! Stop! No! I can't lesbian.
Why not?
Makina forces her lips against those of her immobilized prey. The girl's not playing around either.
Show it.
From this passionate lesbian show, accompanied by the faint clacking of teeth against teeth, I sense something like the essence of female friendship. A profoundly moving spectacle. Brings a tear to my eye. It's beautiful. No! I can't wear white to my wedding now. After a while,
Seattle Supersonics.
seemed to grow somewhat agitated, releasing her grasp on Makina to thump on the girl's back like a martial artist, signaling surrender. Has it done? Help!
Show it.
But the situation seems to be developing further. Sun kissed, slapping against Makina's back, becomes progressively weaker, and the muffled grunts leaking out of the corner of her mouth grow sweet in tone.
Oh my goodness. Show it.
Now that I look very carefully while maintaining her twining leg lock on,
Slobber knocker.
Makina seems to be grinding her knees vigorously against the woman's crotch, providing rough, erotic stimulation.
God damn, Makina.
Well, looks like you just stepped up your game once again, Makina. Taking in this radiant scene of womanly affection, and noting with approval the maturation of my favorite pupil,
I gotta get some new friends.
I fold my arms in front of my chest and nod deeply in satisfaction.
Where do I find girlfriends to make out with?
Wah!
The answer is the internet.
Perhaps running out of breath at last, Makina extracts her tongue from Sugar, how'd we get so fly's mouth with a wet pop,
A lot of sugars going on here.
then sucks down a great lungful of air.
Yumi-chan, I love ya. I got that.
Oh, I love you too. I mean, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Why did you kiss me? Thank you? Isn't that how you thank people? Why? We're both girls. When did you put your tongue in? A little bonus? I don't need that sort of thank you, let alone the bonus. Just get yourselves out of this academy already.
Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go do homework.
We don't have any homework.
I know.
Hey.
Shaq Fu.
Man, I hadn't managed to say goodbye yet. I wanted to make out with her.
Right?
No, we got chased away, you know. Why'd that girl get her knickers in a twist?
I think you twisted them with her knee.
Don't ask me. Perhaps she grew flustered over being brought to the verge of a light orgasm by the likes of you.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
I know what the girl's like.
And I was just trying to show a little gratitude. Did I screw up?
No, you did amazing.
Oh, who knows? She made a good show of being angry, but for all we know, she might be abandoning herself to self-pleasure even as we speak, using the lingering reverberations as fuel.
Let's go check.
That does it. I have had about enough of you two.
Back for more?
Right? Is it my turn?
Not good. Run, Makina! As a blunt projectile shatters noisily against the floor behind us, Maki and I flee at a sprint. You know, Makina, we have to say goodbye to the school now.
So we better go do that to all the other girls.
Are you really all right with that?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. And I think it's the best way.
I mean, we haven't been to a class in like a year.
You know, don't they say that the pet cats tend to disappear all of a sudden when they're getting ready to die? It's probably the same for me. I want to just disappear like this out of nowhere so everybody can look back and think, she sure was a noisy kid, or whatever happened to that dumb girl, or hope she's doing alright.
But really, I'll be dead in the ditch somewhere.
Yeah, that's how I want them to talk about me after I'm gone.
It's fine. You won't die. I won't let you. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Papa.
now that we've decided to move, there's no reason to drag our feet. I guess we can let's cut it there before we move.
Before we do, like, yeah, because it seems like we are getting to like, what's your choice? Let's see what's gonna happen. But they chose for us and they're
Yeah,
running.
I
Unless
guess-
there's something happens that they decide like, oh, maybe we can't run.
That was not the choice, so
Yeah, I
the
really
choice is
thought it
going to
was
be
gonna
even worse. The choice is going to be horrific, like they always are.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna like, I have to imagine the only way they're getting out, because the family owns like everything.
Right.
They will not stop coming after them unless they think she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So make them think she's dead. Like, that's the only solution I can think of. It's like, because you tell them that you'll do the job, but then you're done, and then you fake her death.
Yeah, and then get the hell out of there, I guess.
Yeah, blow up the school again.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't do that in this reality, but we all know it's somehow you're able to pull it off.
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know. I'm sure we probably still have like 2 or 3 episodes left, but it does seem like it's
We're getting to the
coming
crux.
to a head, yeah. But we've only had 1 sex scene, so that's what makes me think that there's a few more episodes.
Yeah.
Because, come on.
I mean, they're running off together. They might do it again,
Yeah.
probably.
And they'll do it before they leave. Maybe with Sachi.
Maybe with Yumiko.
Nah, Sachi's the one you promised to fool
That's
around
true.
with Sachi.
Sachi would do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd watch. And I'd help. Like Shake and Bake.
Oh, there's a name we could have used.
I have sex exactly like Shake and Bake. I wrap it in a bag and then I shake it vigorously.